Good evening. Welcome to Investigator News, and I'm your host, Ellie Holder. Well, I wasn't here yesterday. I had a bunch of tests done, and I couldn't even think straight for, I don't know. Karen, I don't even know what I said to you. They did an contrast on me, and it was hot. It was horrible, and oh boy, yeah. So, um, weather. Oh my goodness, the weather is frightful. Lots of earthquakes. I had an earthquake in Arkansas. How odd. So, we got everything going. Have you hugged your llama today, Karen? What do you think? If you need to hug a llama, I know I'm going to tell you about it. So, uh, good evening, and I'm going to get right off to the weather. So here we go.
There's a bit more to this forecast than, well, just the yuckiness factor, because the silver lining is the temperatures that we have are running 10 to 20 degrees above average, and that's keeping the streets up in the form of rain. But as the week goes on, notice some colder air coming in on the backside of the system, and that's going to push that rain and snow line eastward, and that could mean travel delays. Now, the bulk of them are going to be in New England, but there will be some extending south, possibly a few flakes flying in northern Alabama and North Georgia. But again, a very messy ending to the week as that system moves eastward. Several locations will pick up on anywhere from a half an inch of rain to over 1 inch. Isolated flooding is possible, but the overall concern for that in general is low.
Do we have snow, anybody? I got a technical difficulty in my background. The dogs were in here. They're rowdy. They're just totally out of control today. They've been running all over my bed. Um, they were even jumping on my lap a few minutes ago. So earthquakes, goodness, there was a lot of them. Look at these earthquakes. I don't even know where to start, except for I could see a big pattern with this. Um, if I start off over in Tajikistan, that was a 4.2, and then right next to it, in Afghanistan, a 4.3. And it's like musical notes that's dancing across the globe. Uh, Man, there's a lot of them. Croatia got one, a 3.5, and then we go up, and it makes sense if it didn't hit um, over towards the UK. I assumed it would hit close to Iceland, but it did the ridge, and that was a 5.0. And then, Dutch Sensoy says, look straight across. And, if you go straight across, you get a cluster up in Alaska. So, boy, I'm going backwards today. Uh, I want the snow too. Uh, so we got one way up in Kaktovik, Alaska. Um, that's way up there. Now, the one I was really, the Solomon, Alaska, that was a 3.0. And, they have to depend on Russia to take care of them because they're so far up there in this region of Alaska. I don't know if you knew about it. Then we have a cluster here of Tonic. That was only a 2.5. All of these are real small. Anchor Point. And then we get down on the Aleutian Islands. And we had one in Chennai. That was a 3.5. And then we go down to Akutan. That was a 4.5. Uh, Japan even got one. That was a 4.7. Another one in Oyama, Japan, a 4.4. And then we have Russia, Kursk, and I guess that's how Kursk. It's almost like Karen, but Karen. Karen, you got to spell your name Kiren. Yeah, and then put an isks at the end. So I'm having fun today. I'm glad to be back. So that was a 5.3. That was one of the bigger ones. If we go down to Indonesia and Kupang, that was a 5.0. And then over here, Fiji region, 4.7. 4.5. Look at all these. 40. Well, it was 45. They got it down to 41 now. Now, boy, Vila Beach, California. They got one, and that's pretty much on. Let's see. There we go. Little Lake, California, 2.9. And then we go down to Toya, Texas, which we've been getting a lot of. And then we go to look at this. Uh, Etowah, Arkansas, that was a 3.8. And the dogs were maybe that's why the dogs are like all crazy. They were in here jumping all over, and oh boy. If I could turn my camera around, you guys would just be cracking up at what they've done in here. They like the Christmas stuff, and I'm putting Christmas stuff back in the boxes. And they don't want Christmas to end. They love this stuff. And you can see I took the tree down. We're looking forward to New Year's. New Year's. Now we did have one way down here in the Pacific Rise. That was a 5.4. And then let's see, we got one on the Northeast Pacific Rise. So that's two of them. 4.4. We don't usually see it like that. And then just off of Guatemala. And this is all to me, it's all kind of connected on the same one. It's like, well, there we go. We just had another one hit. And I don't see it. I'm moving my thing around here. It just said it updated, and I don't see nothing red. Hawaii, Pahala, 2.9. And then over on the islands, Virgin Islands, 3.6. Puerto Rico, 2.5. And let's see if I can get this last one. Another one in Puerto Rico. This was in Pol OJ. Oe. I know the J's silent. So there you have it. Lots of earthquakes, folks. Lots of earthquakes. So we are going to get to boy. This is through State Farm. This is presented by State Farm. Winter hacks. And I seen this today and I was like, I don't know. Is everybody going to believe this or not? I don't know. We'll have to see. So here we go. It's a winter hack.
Ever come out to the car in the morning, you have fog on the window on the inside of the car where the windshield wipers can't remove it? It's very frustrating. How does that happen in the first place? Well, the day before, you're singing along to the radio, you're drinking a hot coffee, you're talking to your friends. All that's adding moisture into the air inside the car. And you park it overnight, the temperature drops, and you basically form a cloud in the car. And those little water drops accumulate on the front windshield. So how do you get rid of it? Well, there's a couple things you can do. The night before, you can actually spread some shaving cream on the window, swipe that shaving cream away, and you'll actually never get the cloud to form in the first place. You can take an eraser and erase away some of the fog. It works to a certain degree. Or you can put a sock filled with kitty litter in the car to absorb some of that moisture to stop the fog from forming. But what if you didn't do any of these things? If you got fog all over the window, use the car science to get rid of the fog for you. Crack the windows just a little bit to allow that cold, dry air in. That helps get rid of the moisture. Use the system to warm up the car, right? Get the heat going as full blast as you can. Put on the front defogger, the rear defogger, and the AC. So that's how you can clear out your window and see the road to stay safe no matter where you're headed.
So how many of you knew about these winter hacks? The kitty litter one got me. I was like, no kitty litter. That just reminds me of having a cat and changing the box. But great hacks if you didn't know about it, especially the shaving cream part. I didn't know that. Even an eraser, they say. So if you want to use these winter hacks, back it up, watch it. All right. Have you hugged your llama today? Therapy llamas deliver instant joy with hugs for weary travelers. At where? Portland Airport. Oh, yeah. Portland Airport has brought in the llamas to give you a hug. Holiday travels can leave frequent flyers feeling stressed. And But incredibly, furry, huggable mammoth llamas named Benny and Prince took the trip to Travel Hub this month, dressed in their best festive garb, and uh, their necks adorned with holly red bows and poinsettias with a pair of antlers on top of their heads. The 400-pound visitors from a nonprofit, Mountain Peaks Therapy Llamas and Alpacas, calmed the masses of chaos. And people laughed, they giggled, they hugged. Um, so if you are heading to Portland over the next few days, it's still the holidays, go hug your llama. Let's see if I can. Oh, yeah, I can do this. So here we go. So hug your llamas. What do you think, Karen? A lot of these airports are doing that. They're bringing in the dogs, the kittens, the llamas, little Shetland ponies. I think it's great that the airports are doing this. Everybody gets stressed during the holidays, and I think this is something that should be year round. I know I get stressed, and it's not even the holidays. I went in the middle of, I think, June or July with all my grandkids, and the Las Vegas airport drove me nuts. I was totally stressed, and I would have loved a llama or a kitten. But all right, onward. NASA launches its mission to intercept Gods of Chaos asteroid before it scratches Earth. Um, oh boy, let's see if I can get this for you guys. I hate these videos from here. Aha, there we go. It better show it.
I think the key is to be adaptable and flexible.
It didn't do it for me, folks. Let me pull this back down.
Never know what will happen up here. You mentioned Frank Rubio. That obviously is an extreme.
It's not going to let me have it. Anyway, now I feel bad.
Is to be adaptable and flexible.
What it is there is an asteroid that they are going to get samples off of the ISS station, International Space Station. And they are worried because it's going to be so close, this asteroid. They said it could maybe even touch the Earth or even hit. So don't let it get that close. I wish I could, let me go back and see if I can get a picture of it for you guys. No, it ain't even going to let me have a picture. And I wish it would, because it's real. You could see the Earth and then all of the floating asteroids and rock and junk, and you could see that it gets very close, folks. And they're not really saying when. they're just saying that they're going to collect data from it to see if they can prevent it from skimming the earth. They said so close it could skim the earth. Um, do llamas spit? Oh my goodness, yeah, they do. Um, well, I got lots of videos today. So it wasn't Santa, it wasn't his reindeer. Um, but we're using helicopters to collect the deer. Some deer for well, I'll just let you guys watch it. It's great. So you see, they were lifting by helicopter. What it was is some of these deers got that disease, and they have sedated them, and they're lifting them so they can get the proper medical. Uh, boy, I'm like I was yesterday almost. Um, get medical treatment that they need, so they're not going to spread this disease that's hit a lot of the wildlife and the deer and cattle, and uh, they're even starting to get see it in elk. And you have to be very careful and be sure that when you hunt, folks, that you're not in an area that they have sick deer. Now, we don't have that here, but they're saying that it is sporadic across the United States. All right, so West Constance, oh boy, cover your ears, Karen. You're not going to like this one. I didn't. I was ready to throw darts. This doesn't deserve the popcorn. It deserves dart. Um, this is in Soldiers Grove, Wisconsin. Uh, Kenneth Herrera to serve 1 year and 1 day. He needs more. Wisconsin man sentenced for commissioning, distributing online monkey torture video. Uh, Here was cited under the Preventing Animal Cruelty and Torture Act, which makes it illegal to cause the uh, torture and animal crushing. Animal crushing includes burning, suffocating, impaling, causing serious bodily injury to animals. He pleaded guilty. Agents from the Fish and Wildlife found evidence that Herrera in December sent money to a videographer in Indonesia in exchange for a video of monkey being physically abused, tortured, and starved. Uh, get the llama to spit on him. Hubble. Well, I'm going to go over to this one. 500 pounds of ground beef recalled due to E. coli. Here we go again. This is a Skanga Meat Company is recalling 563 pounds of ground beef for possible contamination of E. coli. Uh, uh, it was the first warning was put out December 11th, but they are still getting people sick with this beef. According to the U.S. Department of Agriculture, FSIS, 6 pounds of plastic tubes containing it's a treat to eat skanga meat. I've never heard of skanga meat. 6 pounds of tubes, ground beef with, let's see, I've got the codes on there. Skanga meat hamburgers and plastic tray containing it, the same thing. So Skanga Meat Company has recalled. It's sold in Colorado, Montana, and maybe Wyoming. So look at your burgers. Look at your beef in your fridge. Now get this. And you don't never hear about this, and this I think is wonderful, absolutely wonderful. Animal shelter in Pennsylvania is empty. Karen and Susan, did you know about this? For the first time in 47 years, uh, the animal shelter in Adams County experienced what May news outlets are calling for a Christmas miracle. The shelter adopted out 598 animals and reunited another 125 lost pets, leaving the cages empty for the first time in 47 years. Um, it's a remarkable feat, they said. That happened at Christmas isn't surprising. Not only a puppy's popular Christmas gift, but it's the time of year when many animal lovers open their hearts to take in even older animals sick or those missing limbs. They worked very hard to do this, and they were able to fulfill what they needed. And they said it. All the dogs adopted at a PA animal shelter right ahead of Christmas. No one had to work there on Christmas, but they said they're very happy to have been able to get this feat done of over close to 600 animals to leave their shelter empty. I think that was wonderful news. Um, a crater in Arizona is proof of the universe wicked curveball. Well, we've all seen the crater. I know you guys know about it. It's in Arizona, but they're starting to find it. The drones are finding them. The satellites are finding them, and we're finding there's ones just like this. In fact, there is. I'll have to go dig it up for you guys. But there is a mountain that I believe it's in. I don't know. William might know about Japan, I believe. That it's a volcano and it's perfectly round, almost like it at one point maybe had been a crater, but then the mountain shot up out of it. We have so many craters. It just goes to show you, like with this asteroid, it's coming very close, that they do impact the earth every now and then. Now, we haven't heard of one doing this for a very long time, which is great. I think it's great. Um, All right, I was going to go back. I'm going to go back to some of these videos. Um, and this is Hubble captures, it says, ghostly rings on Saturn. And they said it was spooky to them, but I'll let you guys be the judge. So you seen the little ghostly, it almost looks like little bats, but they're kind of big. It's almost the size of the planets. Um, let's see, did I have anything else? Um, okay, I did. I had one more. Okay. Now this one here, it just says that, I had someone send this to me. It's an amateur gets ambushed on the trail while not paying attention, and they said it's comical. I don't know. I'd be scared myself. So here we go. Is it going to play? Back to the what? Uh, I don't know. Yeah, I don't know. I think it was, I don't know. Anyway, I'm going to get off to the best. Well, wait a minute. No, here we go. New dog varieties. New dog varieties. Now that we're talking about empty shelters. Well, what do you get when you get two dogs mixed? It's like my Aussie poo, Australian Shepherd and a poodle. Um, so she's an Aussie poo. Well, what about a collie and a Lhasa Apso? A dog that holds up for easy transport. What about a Spitz and a Chow Chow? A dog that throws up a lot. Spitz and Chow Chow. Oh boy, Spitz, Chow Chow. Oh my gosh. All right. Great Pyrenees and Dachshund. A puzzling breed. Pix, P, Pekingese and Lhasa Apso. A Picasso, an abstract dog. Irish Water Spaniel and an English Springer. It's an Irish Springer, a dog with fresh and clean as a whistle. A Labrador Retriever and Curly Coat Retriever. Lab Coat Retriever, the choice of research scientists. Newfoundland and a Basset Hound. A dog for financial advisors. A Terrier Bulldog, a dog that makes awful mistakes. Terrible. It's terrible. Malamute and a Pointer, a moot point. Owned by, well, it doesn't matter, they say. Uh, Collie and Malamute, a commute, a dog that travels to work. All right. Listen, what about some resolutions? Um, for the New Year's. Everybody made some, Um, here's some ideas. You can pick fewer internet fights. Uh, I vow to communicate exclusively with memes. I will finish all the do it yourself projects I abandoned in 1999. Oh boy. I will be unashamed at the fact I wear pajamas in public. I will run half a marathon backward. I will attempt to finally learn how to stand on my head. Oh boy. I like to see Ellie do that one. What do you think, Karen? Can anybody do a cartwheel at 60? I don't know. I think my kids would just be cracking up at me. I will learn a language I never plan to use. I will learn how to juggle and recite the alphabet backwards. No, Karen, you could try that one. Okay, Karen, you have to learn how to juggle and recite the alphabet backwards at the same time. And okay, now here's one for William. I will dance like no one is looking when I'm in public. There you go. You and Mickey would just have a great time. Um, okay, we need one for Susan and the Lindas. Um, I will masquerade as my favorite celebrity while shopping. Or how about I will share inappropriate jokes at the awkward moments possible. Okay. I will adopt 5 cats and become a crazy cat lady. I'll just go with the kitty litter and the sock for the window. All right, folks. That is it for today, and we will be back tomorrow. But we got a great show coming up, me and William. I really would like everyone to watch it. We have an interview that we're going to show that has to do with, I always talk about HARP and the stuff that our government comes up with to cause earthquakes and other things. And me and William had talked about it earlier, and I think we're both going to be excited. This is going to be a wonderful show. So come on back and watch. And if you don't want to get into the crazy news, then that's okay. Come on back tomorrow because I got a bunch of stuff for tomorrow. All right. So with that, folks, we will subscribe, like, thumbs up, and ring the bell so you can be notified when our show is on. All right, folks, have a wonderful week. We're moving out of Christmas, get the Christmas tree down, and time to get the horns and the fireworks and celebrate bringing in the new year, 2024.